Hola amigos, it's Sam and welcome back to another photography related video. Today I want to talk about two of my current favorite accessories for the Leica M system. To me, camera accessories can be hit or miss. Sure, things like extra batteries, lens filters, and a camera strap are all necessities, but I'm talking more about cosmetic accessories or camera grips in this case, which can provide functionality but also add a lot of extra bulk to your setup, primarily in photography. Now, videography is a whole different animal, which I won't cover in this video. The main reason I switched over to the M system was its portability. I try to keep my kit as compact as possible every time I go out to shoot, often just taking my M11-P with a single lens, or maybe two lenses in a bag when I travel. Now, this puts me in the mindset of not overthinking and working with what I have at the moment, which in my opinion makes for a much more enjoyable experience. Now, while the M system's ergonomics aren't terrible by any means, it might not be the most comfortable for everyone, especially if, like me, you came up using large DSLRs. The M cameras are very much like a film camera in terms of ergonomics, basically just a small rectangle with very little to hold on to. Now, this really didn't bother me, and with my previous M cameras, I always used one of those hot shoe thumb grips, which really helped with handling the camera and made it feel a little bit more comfortable. Now, it wasn't until I bought the M11-P that I really considered adding a grip, which has now basically become my favorite accessory so far. Before buying it, I did some research online, read a couple of comments on Leica forums, just to make sure it wouldn't add too much bulk to the camera. I had never seen one in person, but I ended up ordering one blindly anyway, and I was very surprised by how little it added to the camera's weight and overall aesthetic, which is important to me. Now, the grip itself has no mechanical or electronic functionality. The only function per se is the built-in Arca style mount, which eliminates the need to attach a separate tripod plate to the camera, therefore streamlining the process. The real bonus here is the grip itself. Now, this isn't new to the Leica M11, the M10, and the previous generations also had a version of this grip. But like I said, I never cared to use one in the past, and now I kind of wish I had. In typical Leica fashion, the design is super sleek and the paint matches perfectly with the black chrome of the M11-P. It's also super lightweight thanks to its aluminum construction. And even though I always have a neck strap on my camera, I typically like to carry it on my hand most of the time. So this makes it super comfortable and also helps stabilize the shots a little bit when taking photos. The rubberized bottom flap also makes it easy to change the battery or access the USB-C port, locking back into place nicely, and the grip itself is very simple to remove or install. Again, I can't stress enough how comfortable and solid it feels in the hand and how little it affects the camera's original aesthetics. Price-wise, yes, it's expensive and probably ludicrous to most people, but there are a few third-party options I've seen online, like a company called IDS Works, which seems to be a little bit cheaper, so that might be worth taking a look at as an alternative. The second accessory is the Light Lens Lab Viewfinder magnifier, a new addition, but one I'm really enjoying so far. Now, my vision isn't the greatest, and I normally wear glasses all the time, which can be a bit of a pain when using a rangefinder since it can block part of your frame. Now, my widest lens is a 35mm, which isn't too bad to use when glasses thanks to the larger viewfinder of the M11, but it can still be a little bit annoying. Now, the beauty of this magnifier is that it also has a built-in diopter, which you can adjust to your eyesight. Plus, it gives you that extra 1.4 times magnification when using longer lenses like a 90mm and up. And I feel like I can still nail critical focus without it, but honestly, I've been spoiled by the viewfinder of my M3 ever since I got it, which is closer to a one-time magnification. Now, this magnifier just makes it extremely easy to get sharper images. So now I can use my camera without glasses if I want to, have that extra magnification when shooting with my 90mm lens, or simply continue to wear my glasses and adjust the diopter to taste. The magnifier is made out of brass, feels really good, feels like a really good quality, and is definitely cheaper than the Leica version. However, there are a couple of drawbacks I need to mention. Now, unfortunately, the diopter is clickless and can be knocked out of position easily if you're not careful. I really wish they had built some kind of stops, almost like an aperture ring, or like it is on my SL2, to make it less prone to accidental changes. Now, hopefully Light Lens Lab can address this in a future revision. Also, the eye cup can get knocked off if you sling your camera around your shoulder sometimes. So what I ended up doing was basically installing it backwards to avoid knocking it off. Now, overall, despite some of these shortcomings, for the price, the build quality and functionality, I highly rate this accessory as a must-have if you have vision problems like I do and enjoy shooting longer lenses at wide open apertures to help you nail focus. And lastly, just as an honorable mention, is this little brass soft release button, which I've grown accustomed to using. Plus, I think it gives the camera a little bit of aesthetic bling. That's it for today's video. I really hope this helps some of you who might be interested in picking up these accessories for your Leica M11. Remember to please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.